Hi everyone. Today we are going to be setting up our 2024 budget, which will just be our actual whole budget setup and also for the month of January. Budget videos, I think, are one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube. I just find it exceptionally fascinating to see the type of income people earn, and then also what they decide to spend that income on, or even, just to see the differences between, let's say, rent or a mortgage in a large city compared to a small city, or even just, seeing a really large family with a smaller income and how they spread that money out. I always find these videos really, really fascinating, and I hope that you will find this one fascinating also. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here we are in our budget. Um, I've got it in Google Sheets, and we're going to go ahead and set it up for 2024. So down at the bottom, it kind of has all the pages that you can select. We're going to go to Setup, and here we can write in different things such as income, expenses, our bills, that sort of thing. So that's where we're going to be today. So they have it pre-filled, and I don't use all of these. Let's see. So we've got paycheck 123 because I have 2 jobs and my husband has 1. And then we're also going to add in here some, we're going to call it bonus money, but it's really just whether it be gifts from someone or, sometimes my husband helps people out with house stuff, so any kind of that, or it can also be through the Rakuten app. Any of that money coming in, I'm just going to put under bonus money. Now, as far as expenses go, we are going to keep some of these. So groceries and eating out, we're going to change transportation to gas because that's what we spend a lot of our transportation money on. Our next one, we're going to do car repairs or upkeep. Things like new brakes, new tires, oil changes, stuff like that. Thankfully, my husband does a lot of that, so it's able to keep costs kind of down in that area. Our next one, we're going to do pets. So I have 2 small dogs, 2 Maltipoos, and 1 inside cat, and then we kind of have adopted the outside neighborhood cat, and I keep up on his vet stuff and everything so that he's taken care of. So that's going to be what goes under pets. Our next one is going to be homeschool. That will be just in case I need to buy any books or curriculums. It's also going to cover the Italian classes that my kids take online. Looks like it erased that for us. Let's try that again. There we go. Next, we're going to put in health. So this could include anything from co-pays for doctor's appointments, any kind of medication refills, vitamins, things like that. Next, we're going to do gifts. I know some of these were kind of doing that was already there, but we want to have those in there. All right, next one is going to be travel or vacations. And that's mainly for if we have any kind of vacation coming up, money for an Airbnb or something for that. I do have a vacation coming up in January. We go to Disney. The money that we spend on that does not come out of that travel and vacation budget. It's pretty much just for the planning of future vacations. All right, then we have regular shopping, which could include clothing, home decor items, things along that line. It's going to include, because we are going on vacation to Disney, it is going to include, any kind of gifts that we get from there for the kids and stuff. Then we're going to have fun stuff because we all need to have a little bit of fun. And this can include going to the movies, going, other places that might cost money in the area, whether it be, like paint your own pottery, stuff like that. And then our last one that we're going to add to this list is home repair or upkeep. Again, this is similar to the car repair and upkeep for the fact that, it's things that we might have to buy to keep the house, running and in good condition. So that could be air filters, let's say something happens, let's say a water heater bust or something, that would come out of that part of the budget. So bills, let's see, we have internet bill, phone, water. I separate our utilities because they come from separate companies. Electric, our gym membership for the Y actually gets automatically deducted from my husband's paycheck because we get a discount through the company that he works for. So we're going to remove gym. Our insurance. Our YouTube premium. And that's pretty much all we have as far as bills go. So for savings, we've got a couple of savings accounts. Our main savings. And then I make a annual savings, which we try to reach $5,000 every year. We do not often reach that, but hopefully this year will be the year. We have a holiday savings, which kind of helps prepare for the holidays of the upcoming year, and that way, we've got money saved up in order to buy gifts, and a travel savings again, so we've got money saved up for when we want to take vacations or anything like that. All of these savings we do through Ally, and I really like it because even if you set up one account, you can spread your money into these different like saving pockets, I guess. So we're able to say, this money is our main savings, this money is our holiday savings, this money is our travel savings, and kind of look at all of them separately from each other, and that's really nice. Additionally, we've got it set up where it will do an auto deposit at the end of every week into these, so it's one of the things that we don't have to think about, and that way we can be saving money without putting any thought into it. Investments, we're just going to erase all of these. My husband and I do have retirements, but they are through the companies that we work for. And so it's another thing that it just kind of automatically gets taken care of. So I'm not going to put that on there. I would like to invest more later on, but it's just not something that I'm currently comfortable with. Maybe I can learn more about that in the future. All right, debts. This is where we're filling up a lot of space. Let's see here. So we have a Discover card that currently has I think about 5,000 on it. I think we'll get into that when we set up our debts page. We have our mortgage. We have 2 sets of student loans. One is my husband's, one is mine. Whoop. Let's try this one again. We're having some technical difficulties. Let's see. Student loan 2. Let's change this to student loan 1, just so that we know. We also have a car loan. We had just gotten to the point where we had paid off one car, and then we're very, very close to paying off the second car. And sadly, my husband got in a car accident, so now we have a new car loan on that. We also have Home Depot and a Lowe's card, but these are hardly ever used, and the amount on them is really low. Oh my goodness, I keep doing this. Let's see here. All right. If you want on this one, you can set up when your bills are due. I don't often do that. And let's see, let's change this to 2024. And also payment methods, so how we could be paying for things. Let's clear that. So we've got cash, we've got debit, credit, whoop. We've got Chase, and I did add the Chase into our debt because that's something we just kind of use more often and then pay it off at the end of the month, so it doesn't really accumulate. I know a lot of financial people say don't do that, but that is something that we do. All right, a debt setup. Let's look at our debt dashboard, because I think that's going to give us a little bit more of what we want to see here. All right, so our Discover is at, oh, hold on, nope, we can't put it there. I guess we've got to do it in setup. Let's go back to setup. All right, our Discover is at 519.93. Okay. Our mortgage that we have left on our house, we are almost below 100,000, which is fantastic. Like I said, we've had this house for almost a decade, so we got it before the pandemic, and all of that. I feel really, really bad for people that got hit with those high interest rates. All right, my husband's school debt. my school debt. What we've got left on our new to us used car. We were really lucky with the car because I know used car prices are just through the roof right now also. But we both drive manual transmissions, and that's something we're comfortable with, so we found a car that was in exceptional condition, that was just sitting on the lot because that's not a vehicle a lot of people in the United States drive, and so we were able to get a good deal on it, so I was really excited about that. All right, let's talk about our savings goals. So our annual saving goal is $5,000. It's something I try to reach every single year. Our holiday is normally $1,000. And our travel is about $1,000. We normally go over because, again, these are automatic transfers into these accounts. And our main is $1,000. So what happens as far as our savings goes? So our annual savings, at the end of December, whatever we've earned in this annual savings, I then will transfer into our main savings. And that way we can start fresh again every single year trying to reach that 5,000 goal. All right, so we look pretty well set up for the year. And let's go ahead and go into January. So you'll see it copies everything down for you. We've got our 3 paychecks, our bonus money. We've got all the expenses that we've put in, the bills and subscriptions that we've put in, savings, debt payments, any of that. So for each month, you write in what you expect to earn, what you expect to spend, and that's what we are about to do. Then after we get that all filled out, it has a transactions tracker at the bottom. So let's say January 1st you spent something, and it will allow you to pick what category did this come out of, what kind of category, what subcategory. So that's really nice. So we can say, it was something that was an expense, and then it's going to pull up your list of expenses, and you can pick which one that came out of. So let's see, let's clear this. Oh, I don't know if it will let me, but that's fine. All right. So as far as our income's expected, and this is going to be for the whole month, so we both get paid every other week. So my husband's income, my normal income, and then this extra one is my second job. When I transferred to my new position in July, my old boss was great enough to keep me on payroll, and so I pick up just PRN as needed with them, and so that one fluctuates every single month. I'm just going to put 500 in, just kind of as like lowballing it, I guess, for the amount of days that I'm actually picking up with them. It should be higher than that, but that way, just in case. Bonus money, we'll just say 25, just as a starting number. Sometimes that's 0. It just kind of depends. For January, our budget for our expenses is going to be kind of weird because, again, we are taking that trip, vacation, so numbers kind of go up when you're on vacation. I'm going to say $800 for regular groceries. which is about normal. We're a family of four. Um, we do the majority of our eating and cooking at home. We don't eat out often, maybe once or twice a month. But because we are taking that vacation, our eating out expenses are going to be kind of insane for the month of January. But again, that's only because we are going on vacation. And so we will be eating out a lot. And as anyone knows, Disney is expensive all around, which includes food. Gas we're going to put as 500. This kind of fluctuates month to month, just depends on um, if we've had to travel for work or anything within the region, so not like a far travel, but sometimes my husband has to go to other facilities to provide service to them, and so that makes our gas expense kind of fluctuate. Car repairs and upkeeps, we don't really have anything planned for January, like we're not in need of new brakes or an oil change or anything like that. So we're just going to leave that at 100. We're going to leave pets at 100, which would include food for both our cat and our dogs, if we need to buy any of that. I was going to do the dog's dental appointments in January until I kind of started planning out the budget and thought about this Disney trip and the money that we're spending on that, and decided, since they do the dental cleaning discounts through February, that I was going to do it at the beginning of February, just to kind of tack that extra expense onto a month that's not already full of expenses. Homeschooling, we're going to say 250. Again, my kids take online Italian classes through a company called Outschool. It is amazing. We really like their teacher, Miss Emily, and I'm actually going to link her below just in case anybody else is interested or with kids that want to learn a new language. She's really wonderful. Next, we're going to do health. So again, that includes doctor's visit, copays, bills, vitamins, anything like that. And that should be around 100. We don't have anything coming up, but that's the thing about health expenses. A lot of times they come out of nowhere. Gifts, there are some birthdays coming up in January. One of my nieces has a birthday, but I have already purchased her items. And then I have a friend who lives on the other side of the country. She has a birthday in February, so I normally get her gifts in January, but I actually just got her gift the other day. I like to get them kind of early so that I can mail them out to her so that they'll be ready in time for her birthday. Travel and vacations, even though we are going on vacation, remember I only do the travel and vacations for like upcoming plans. So that's going to stay at 100. Our shopping, because we're going on vacation, is going to be high, so 500, and our fun stuff is also going to be 500. I'm hoping it's really going to be less than all that, but just in case, let's plan for it. And then home repairs and upkeep 100, because again, I don't see anything coming out of that. All right, for our bills, so our internet is $79.99. Our phone bill, which I think phone bills for mobile phones are just insane nowadays, almost $150 for 2 phones. We don't even have unlimited plans. I mean, we're keeping it real basic, and it's still just kind of crazy. Water, of course, that's going to fluctuate based on usage. We'll say 500. Our electricity, we're going to put at 200. This fluctuates a lot, but we do put a lot of lights up during the holidays, and so it's going to be high when we get that bill in January. Our insurance, which is mainly our car insurance, is the same every month, about 85, and I do splurge on YouTube Premium, which is $15.32 a month. All right, so that looks good. Our savings, again, these come out automatically, but we are just going to go ahead and put 100 for these two and 50 for these two. So that's about $300 that we're putting into savings each month, which is great. And now, where a lot of our money goes, sadly, is going to be to our debt payments. So let's put 1,000 on this one. Our mortgage is 802.22. Oh, those student loan payments. Car. And we don't have anything on these currently, but just in case, I'm going to put 50 on each of those. A lot of our expenses, as you can see down here at the bottom, are debt payments. I do include our house in that debt payment because that is something that is a debt, your mortgage, and we really try to hit this hard. So even though I've kind of put low numbers on here, any extra money that we get is going to go to either our debt payments or into our savings. And that's just something that we like to do. That's why I pick up extra work so that we can kind of hit those off. So let's see, when we come over here, after we've filled everything in, it will give you a monthly budget summary up here in this top corner. And we can see here, I don't ever do like a rollover income. I'm sure you can fix that. We've got our total income that we are budgeting for. Again, this is going to be a bit higher because of the extra shifts I've already scheduled myself for in January. Our expenses, they are exceptionally high this month. Again, that's because we are going on a Disney vacation, and Disney is expensive, and that's something, that we plan for, and it is something that I spend a lot of November and January picking up extra shifts to make sure that's something we're able to afford. Our regular bills are pretty low. There are some bills that I didn't include because they are not done monthly, and so it's kind of hard to set it up, or at least it's hard for me to kind of set it up on here, which would be like our Amazon Prime account, our dues for our national societies that we're associated with from our education, that sort of thing. Disney Plus, we do that yearly. So those will be expenses that when those come up, we'll add those in under maybe shopping because that's what they are, but they're one time a year expenses as compared to monthly expenses. So I kind of like to keep those separate. Our debts are on there, and as you can see, our debts and expenses for this month are just kind of insane. It's mainly those expenses, but again, that's something that I do pick up those extra shifts for so that we can, afford to do fun stuff. And our total remaining is about $250. Again, our income should be higher than that, but we'll kind of see. I don't want to put it in there until those shifts actually get worked because, some other things can happen. People become sick, and so, you might miss a shift or something, and I don't want to count my chickens. No, yeah, count my chickens before they hatch. Yeah, is that right? Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Yeah, that sounds right to me. I should know, I have chickens. So it looks pretty good for January. Again, when you spend stuff, it will allow you to say, hey, we had income. Well, where was the income coming from? You know, was it bonus money? Was it, which check was it? Um, you know, is it a bill that we're paying? Well, what bill are we paying? And that sort of thing. The thing that I like a lot about this budget, well, there's a couple things. One, I can use it on Google Sheets, um, which I love Google, so that's really helpful for me. And then the next thing I really like is down in this corner down here. I don't think it'll let me put a little pointy arrow, but it says on the right hand side where most of my money goes. It will put a little pie chart there, just to kind of give you a visual of like, wow, where did you actually spend your money this month? And then it will also give you, you know, a little list down here saying, hey, these are the top 20 things that you spent money on this month. And that's good to know so that in case you need to cut back on something, you can say, hey, I'm spending a lot on this certain thing, let's say gas. You know, is there a way to cut back on this? Are you able to walk places if you live in a city? Are you able to do like ride share to work if you've got, you know, somebody in your neighborhood that works at the same place or something? So stuff like that. Or, you know, a lot of it could just be shopping, or, you know, maybe that month you had something disastrous happen to your house, or your refrigerator went out or something, so that could be high, but it kind of lets you know. And then it will also show you down here, it will show you what you budgeted and what you actually spent in a bar graph form, which is nice just for a visual to say, wow, you know, my groceries were out of hand this month or something like that, just so that you can keep an eye on it. All right, so that looks good. Again, I will have that. Here we are in our budget. I've got it in Google Sheets, and we're going to go ahead and set it up for 2024. So down at the bottom, it kind of has all the pages that you can select. We're going to go to Setup, and here we can write in different things such as income, expenses, our bills, that sort of thing. So that's where we're going to be today. So they have it pre-filled, and I don't use all of these. All right, everyone. That's the budget for January of 2024. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and like and subscribe below. And everything that I used or mentioned in here, again, will be included in the description down below. I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to join me in this planning budgeting journey for this year. And I hope that you all have a really great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.